hit me?
My guess is a piano player.
Did you see him?
I see who?
The guy who hit you.
Whoever it was got me from behind. I didn't see a thing.
But did you hear him come in the room?
Oh, wow. I was too busy watching the tape.
What tape?
The one I showed Luke.
He was here all along.
Well, we were busy at my place, arguing like schoolboys.
Yeah, somebody should have been sent here immediately.
Yeah, well, too late for that. Listen, this tape, you still got it?
Yeah,
In the machine?
that's it.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's look at it.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know.
It's been erased.
What was on it?
That foreign guy and Gregory the piano player.
What foreign guy?
I don't know his name, and neither did Luke.
Can you describe him?
Can I describe him? First off, he was mute and deaf, too, probably, but there was no way to tell.
Well, how do you know he was foreign?
How do I know he was foreign? From his clothes, you know, like from the East, all this fancy headdress and stuff. You know, so many of them that coming in these days are all starting to look alike.
All right, you said this guy was talking to Gregory.
And they couldn't talk. He was a mute. That's why they were talking in sign language. But anyway, when they got done with all that fancy handwork, the foreign guy hands Gregory a key, so I get a little suspicious. I went down and got Luke and brought him up to take a look.
Did Luke recognize the foreigner?
He didn't seem to, but I'll tell you, he sure understood the language.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Did Luke mention what he thought this guy might have been saying?
Luke didn't mention anything. He's got this book with him, right? And he's looking everything up. But I'll tell you, whatever he did figure out, he mumbled under his breath, so I couldn't hear.
You didn't pick up anything.
Only the word key.
Key to what?
Commissioner, you got me.
Back where we started from.
Not exactly.
Gregory. And right under our noses.
Mostly mine. Night after night at the casino. Robert, how could I have been so blind?
Okay. No, we're both in shock. We're all in shock. However, we've got more things to worry about than Gregory at the moment.
And Luke.
And the disc.
Well, my first concern is Holly and Celia. I don't even know whether they're alive anymore.
Holly, I don't know what you'd call it. Too much trust, blind faith in my husband. I knew something terrible was going on, but I just couldn't get myself to face it.
That's what all that business with the fingerprints was all about.
Yes, I was trying to play detective. I didn't know what else to do. I suspected that Grant was someone other than who he was saying he was. I couldn't talk about that. Holly, that's why I was so rude to you. I hope you understand that.
Yes, I understand. Now I understand why you were so relieved that they were Grant's fingerprints.
Do you remember that scar that I told you about on Grant? Well, his friend, Bunny Willis, said that it came from reconstructive surgery. And then Grant had trouble remembering some things that we did together. But more than that, it was just that I sensed that he was somehow different. Sometimes even a complete stranger.
Didn't you at least confront him with your suspicion?
Yes, I did when it was too much for me. And he had an explanation for everything. It was incredible. He even started to drug me. But I really started to get suspicious when I found out that Bunny Willis was missing.
That's how they got Robert out of the house. When I received the phony call from Delphinus, they told him that they knew something about who killed Bunny Willis.
These are very clever people we're involved with, Holly. And they will stop at nothing.
What else do you know about Grant?
Nothing specific, really. Just a lot of facts that just don't add up together at all. Grant's strange association with Natalie, his obsession with Professor Gerald. I never knew what to think. Except that it is all part of some terrible plot.
You should have gone to Robert or come to me.
Holly, I didn't have anything to say. Every time I made some sort of significant discovery, he would explain it all away. Holly, what is it?
I was just thinking. Actually, I was hoping someone doesn't end up conveniently explaining away our disappearance.
They could try to do that, but it wouldn't be easy.
Well, let's hope not, else we could find ourselves being left here to rot.
Food is food.
But Jamal, these westerns have strange taste. I'm not sure if this foreign food will really go well with them.
I told you I don't care whether they like it or not, as long as they eat.
But what if they rebel? Ida won't like that.
Oh, Ida again. All right, name me some kind of American food.
Well, they seem to eat a lot of these hamburgers. I see them all over the place. What do you call them? Fast food restaurants.
No, we have to buy it right here, otherwise we draw too much attention.
Well, that's it. That solves our problem. We can't draw too much attention. So it really doesn't make any difference whether they like it or not.
So you got hamburgers or what?
Look, all we've got is what you see on the menu. No meat at all. But I could put something in a fold of pita bread.
Well, like what?
Whatever you see in the display counter.
All right, make it healthy. After all, we don't know how long our guests are going to be in the pavilion.
Well, how about some tomatoes?
Yeah, tomatoes is good. Put a lot of that.
Waiting for